Hey Facebook, I think I'm gonna go on the patio, and I am waiting for a friend of mine to try something that I notice is available on Facebook where I can invite someone. Let me see. How y'all doing today? We're gonna talk about this movement, but I'm waiting for a guest to come. How y'all doing today? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let me see if I can find him on here. And we're supposed to be able to see hey Alicia, how the kids? How's everything going? I don't know if y'all have heard about this movement called Phenomenal Men or hey Cassie, I hope I'm gonna see you in a couple weeks. Is it dag, it's already like 4 weeks away. This is crazy. Anyway, so I'm excited about being here. All right, here we go. Jabril. So Jabril, look at your invitation. It's something that you just got. I sent to you. It says inviting, and you should be able to chime in. Hey Jabril.
Hey,
Heck, I wish I could flip it around. Hey, you guys,
just
can
turn
y'all
your
see
phone.
two people?
Can you turn your phone to the side?
Oh, me?
There you go.
Okay. Well, yours is the wrong way.
Oh,
Cassie, don't try to be there. No, I'm just kidding. So I just wanted to bring Jabril on. This is so cool, Jabril. Can you see me?
of course. You're wearing a blue thing and
Oh,
a hat
yeah, I
outside.
got my boss hat on today. It's a bad hair day, so I had to make it work.
Look backwards from
But I
here.
wanted, it looks backwards.
Your
Oh, yeah, it
boss
is
from down.
backwards. Well, I am so excited that this works. This is cool. This is Jabril, everybody. I work with Jabril with
Howdy.
RB3, and he's the chief and editor of our newsletters. If you are not getting our newsletters, they've been going on for like ever, like for the past, how many years? 5 years? Five
June
or six
2010.
years. And June 2010, 7 years. Wow. So we got an anniversary this month. So if you're not on the list, make sure you get on the list because he sends out positive things um, throughout the month. But we wanted to talk about this uh, phenomenon. How do I say it? How do I say it?
Phenomenal act.
The phenomenal act, but the men part is capitalized because it's just focusing in on things that we overlook that men go through and how they actually, are kind of like looked over with issues that we never talk about. And I just watched these videos that Jabril sent to me and was like, wow, from deep topics like some men who experience rape, they experience abuse, physical abuse, even from women. And, if a man even talks about it, it's like they're laughed at. But I wanted to just get your take from it, Jabril, because this is the month that we are focusing in on this over here at RB3. And what you want to say about it?
Hmm. Well, let's talk about reasons why I feel that it's important for us to support this act, movements, so to speak. Well, for starters, like you said, we always overlook certain issues when they affect men. For example, in first off, about 40% of reported victims of domestic abuse are males, and yet we
How
always
many?
hear 40%,
Hmm.
and we always hear that. Well, first off, we only hear about the men hitting the women, and there's also. Did you know that in America there's about 1,500 shelters for battered women, but there's only one for men?
I don't mean to laugh, but well, like some people like, well, a man is stronger than a woman, but there are some women who are a lot stronger than men that might take advantage of that, and there's only one shelter in the whole United States to help them. Is that what you're saying?
Also, right. Also, something I want to say is women are also, most people overlook this, but women are also more likely to use weapons. Women, we laugh about it a lot, but women, they do use weapons. Like, no matter how strong you are, it'll hurt if a woman presses a hot iron on you. It'll hurt if a woman hits you with a rolling pin. But that's what happens. That's how a lot of this stuff happens. And
And I'm not
yeah,
laughing at this. I'm just
well,
like,
that's exactly what I'm
you
talking
don't
about.
think about it.
That's exactly, well, that's
I just
exactly
want
what I'm
y'all to
talking
know
about.
that me and Jabril have a love-hate relationship, and I'm going to be honest with you. It takes a lot for me to, not a lot for me, but like even the rape thing, I have the trouble believing. But I do know that it's possible, because I'm like, how could a woman really may rape a man? But when I started researching it, I was surprised to see that it is very possible, and it's sad that they can't tell anybody about it, unless it's a kid, or if it's like that. But I do agree with the hitting thing, because I am a woman. I have hit a man before, but I haven't done it in the sense that I didn't think he should hit me back. But I do know women who would, they'll do that thing like, they'll act like they falling down, like like this. But so I know that world I understand, because I don't think women should hit men. And if you do hit a man, I do believe you should be prepared to get knocked out. Okay, because I have two sons, and I think the reason why I'm gravitating towards this topic and being open-minded to it, because I have two sons, and I don't want no woman hitting my sons, and even if a man is like a or jackass, excuse my French, you still shouldn't hit him. But go ahead, Jabril. But me and Jabril, if you see from time to time, we go back and forth. We do have that relationship where, he be wanting to smack me and I be wanting to smack him sometimes. But we're not going to put our hands on each other, right, Jabril?
That's news to
But
me,
talk to us
everybody.
just. So what else do you want to share about it, that something alarming? Now, I will say this, Elizabeth Disnute, I wish I could get her on here. Let me see if I can invite her. But Elizabeth posted an action figure. Like when we have the Barbie dolls, and we constantly see models and women look slim, or that nowadays the look like as a woman is you got to have a small stomach, big butt, and a little waist, but and so society puts on these pressures for women to look a certain way. But then Elizabeth posted this picture, or showed all of these action figures that little boys have, and all these action figures are ripped up, buff, really muscular dudes, and not every man, most men don't look like that. And why wouldn't we think that those same feelings and emotions would also be there for a man? I thought that was interesting.
Hmm. Well, on that subject, did you know that 10 million males have eating disorders in America? And also, 30% of teenage boys actually use unhealthy weight control methods, like fasting and vomiting, so on and so forth. And again, those are things that we only associate with women. Those are the things we associate with the female models. And that's also
Wow.
something
I never knew
that the
that.
male models go through.
I never knew that. Now, Jabril, aren't you proud
Yeah.
of me? I did not laugh. I'm not going to laugh. Seriously, because I
All right,
shouldn't
you're
be
laughing.
laughing at this. I'm not laughing. Now I'm laughing. But I'm not laughing. But it's terrible that I would think to laugh, because it's so, you're right. Who thinks that men have those kind of issues? But they do. And I didn't even know that they, like, I had a young man ask me, like, how could he lose some weight? And I was shocked. I didn't even when talking about my book, Healthy and Sexy, I never even think to share it with men. Never. I'm just going to be rare and just never. So what are we doing this month for the Phenomenal Act?
Well,
What
we're
should people
happy.
do? If they want to join the movement, what should they do?
Well, for starters, I recommend that that anyone watching this, I recommend that you watch a video documentary called The Red Pill. And the red pill is this really controversial, so controversial that several countries have actually banned it, and Netflix is afraid to put it on their list. But you can go to Amazon, like I did. You can download this video. It's called The Red Pill, and it's by a woman who goes around talking to men's rights activists. And like you, Kira, she thought she didn't think about all these issues, and she's basically going around doing her research on all these statistics, all these double standards about the way men are treated, they're discriminated against in America. And yeah, the video is called The Red Pill. That's number one.
Wow.
And
Okay.
number two, you can also join our 30-day challenge, Phenomenal Act Challenge, as we call it. And what we do is post we post videos, we post quotes, pictures, etc., statistics, news, all about the way men are discriminated against, about male issues, raising awareness of those things. And we're also posting positive things about men. Like, you know how there's a lot of female empowerment quotes out there. I don't know if most of you noticed, but there's not many for the men. Trust me, I checked.
Yeah.
And plus, a lot of these so-called female empowerment quotes are sexist. If you don't believe me, just look at a female empowerment quote that talks about men and women and switch the genders. And most of you will see that those are sexist in many cases. So anyway, post positive things about males. And when you do this, post them on Facebook, and you use the hashtag phenomenal act. Hashtag phenomenal act.
Perfect, perfect. And men is the part of phenomenal, and the word phenomenal, like make men capitalize. We just like you see in the post. Let's go to these comments. Hey cousin, I'm gonna try. You better be there, Cassie. Hey Jabril. Cassie said hey Jabril. Say hey to
Hey,
Cassie.
Kathy.
Lor- uh Bartney said, how did you get him on? I invited him. Cassandra, you gotta like to invite them. You can invite somebody. It says, would women use weapons more because they're able to defend themselves? It's harder. True. Exactly, Nora. Yes, you need to make sure you're able to protect yourself if you want to be hitting a man, knowing their strong capabilities. Good, good, good. Yeah, that's Nora. That's
Also,
my cousin.
also one more thing I want to point out is that statistically, 70% of domestic abuse issues are actually perpetrated by women. And
What you
again,
trying to say, Jabril? What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
that it's not just men who start these issues.
Hmm. Say, let me stop. That's the problem. It's not men against women. It's just us getting normalcy that every gender does not determine whether these type of issues impact them or not. And like I said, I have two sons, and I don't want them to feel like they have to look a certain way, be a certain way, or feel like helpless if a woman is putting their hands on them. They better call their mama. So let me stop. Or anything